What should I do today? I should get back to work. I gotta fix this potion even if I don't have the notes back yet. I sat tapping my pencil on the table. My notes in front of me seemed to waver and blur as I stared at them for the third hour. The math added up perfectly, the reagents were all balanced right, and it didn't work like that at all in practice. It was time to take a break and clear my head, maybe visit someone. I looked up at the sun. At this time in the afternoon, the person most likely to be at home was Reimu. Oh, excuse me. It's been a while since I dropped by the shrine anyway. As I arrived, I saw that I wasn't the only person to have dropped by the shrine. It seems Ginsokyu's resident Oni has shown up too, and it looked like the two were arguing over something. You could have done something to help, Oni. Hey, you're the yokai hunter, not me. You have to handle these things yourself. Something happened, Reimu? I got called out to exterminate a yokai, some horrid decaying flesh thing, and it splattered. Well, that's the danger of yokai hunting. I want to answer this because I actually don't know what it is, so you know. A neat whatever. Yeah, those things are gross. I've got some disinfected spell. Huh? I was expecting you guys to know what those are. They're fairly rare nowadays. They must have snuck out of the underground. Yeah, I read up on them on my immortality research. I guess you're so sorry you missed it then. Specifically, I had read you would become immortal if you ate it. That very thought made me queasy. No, I don't care what you yokai think. I'm not eating something just to gain immortality. No mermaid flesh, no yokai, horai soaked livers, no whatever, not happening. What is that kind of off? What is that kind of off or a common occurrence? Well, Alice did suggest eating Moku's liver. I think she was joking, but still. Phew. Anyway, I've purified myself 3 times and I still feel unclean. Let's go to the Hotsprings. That sounds like a good idea, Reimu. I need to clean out my head anyway. Alright, let's grab the sake cups and head out. This is much better. I actually feel clean. Now the question is Koichi gonna pop up again? I'm waiting for the chart master to come here, man. Yeah, this is nice. Aw, cold sake while bathing is best. Not that I can really offer my opinions on that. I've had it once, and I certainly wasn't bathing at the time, so yeah, I can't offer an opinion on that. When it comes to drinking, they only know what they're talking about. I had no idea how Suika managed to keep the sake in her gourd cool, but it hit the spot. Hey, don't drink too much now, you'll fall asleep. I know my limits, I'm not Sanae. Ah, don't worry, I won't let either of you drown. That'd be no fun after all. And we can't have that. There was a splash from the other side of the hot spring as someone else entered. All 3 of us turned to look at the newcomer through the steam. It took me a few seconds to place the imposing figure. Koichi? Nope, not Okuu. Yeah, not Koichi. Ah, the Miko, the Oni, and the other human. Oh, hey, Satori's pet. Sure enough, it was Okuu. I'm not gonna even bother saying that shit. I said it once enough. Back in Inner Satovax, never saying again. The hell crow that had started the mess this winter. Well, I guess the cat Rin had actually started the problem, but it was Oku's power that triggered the geyser, though I suppose the real culprit was. Okay, so the way she said this winter, it sounds like the incident happened, yeah, the winter, spring, yeah, so it just happened very recently, so it looks like it takes place during Subterranean at the very least for now. Alright, so I think we have a good idea what the timeline is for now. Before UFO and after, what was it called again? Subterranean. At least that's what I'm getting at right now. Anyway, there was something more important to handle right now. That other human, I know you're bad with names, but couldn't you call me something better than that, like the witch or the powerful human? But you aren't really powerful at all. Oh, blasted! Blasted! Ouch, that hurt. Ha ha ha, she's got you there. Now, that's not nice of you two. Oh yeah, this is interesting because obviously when you're fighting, you're playing Subterranean, you pick 3 choices. I mean, you know, Alice, Patchley, and Neatery. Hey, I was holding back. I didn't want to break Alice. Hey, I was just confused by Patchley's option. You haven't seen my spark. Hey, I was just testing on Neatery's missiles. I didn't even use 10% of my own power. Well, since we're talking about Alice, I don't know if this is gonna help in our end, but might as well. Hey, I was holding back then. I just didn't want to break Alice's dolls. Eh? What? Oh, those tiny dolls with you. Yeah, they were very pretty. That's not like you, Marissa. Why should you care if those all explode? It's not like she doesn't blow the things up by the barrelful. Yeah, if she didn't want them to explode, she wouldn't have them stuffed with gunpowder. Yeah, I know. It's not rational, but it seems wrong somehow to blow them up. They have such innocent smiles, and they follow you around with such trust. Who would have thought Marissa would be so girly about such things? I'm a girl, you know. Wait, you weren't trying to make them explode more? I thought you were waiting to make the pretty explosions bigger. And once again, the Hellcrow misses the point. You're still a bird brain, I see. Haha, this is great. You two should try out for Magi. Oh, I comment on that, but I don't know. What the hell? Oh no, I wouldn't want to challenge you, masters. Oh, you two are performers too? Me and Orena will have to challenge you sometime. Is it really an act with you two? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, how's the underground doing these days? We're doing great. Not only does my power allow us to heat the whole city, but we don't have to waste corpses fueling the fire. And Mr. Tori told us we could grow plants with the sunlight. I hear several of the more distant yokai are moving into the city because of the changes. The Hellcrow began to preen her feathers with her hand. Teshu will be disappointed if you move back to the underground. What about you? What are you planning on staying down there? I miss having you around to do the lifting, and the parties would be a lot more quiet too. Guess they had been getting to Reimu more than usual. Though I suppose with me gone, Yukari hibernating, and Sue got off playing in heaven, it would have been a real dull winter. Sorry to disturb you. Nah, I'm going to keep trying to convince more Oni to drop by the surface more often. I can't do that by sitting around at home. Feel free to visit anytime. That would involve her going through the palace of the earth spirits. I don't think she'd go far for that. Hey, just because we only don't like having our own thoughts read doesn't mean we're afraid of the Satori. Why don't you people like having your thoughts read? It's great help if you can't speak, and Miss Satori is real nice. She's even helping me deal with all those suitors that popped up. Suitors? Why are you having problems there? They all started showing up after it got out that I gained the powers of a god. Half the underground is sending me corpses now. I guess it's the equivalent of a ring? I guess? Not exactly my way of presenting I love you and shit, but to each their own, right? I'd have to beat up more of them, but most aren't willing to pass through Mr. Tori's house to bother me. Ouch, that is a pain, but isn't that cat helping you and sending corpses? Rin just thinks that it's funny. That sounds about right. Wait, does that mean those dead birds Orin leaves on my doorsteps are? Nah, that's just Orin being a cat. Oh good, that'd be weird also. Also, I don't want her upgrading to human corpses. Oh yeah, the only real good part is the eyes. Once again, I've learned far more about eating humans than I've ever wished to. Oh, that's right. She could be trying to get you to feed her a god too, if you got a spare one about. That's the other Miko bird brain. Oh really? You Mikos are so hard to tell apart. You know, brown, green hair. Very hard. But to be fair, remember, all Mikos in this game, they gotta have the armpits exposed. So I'll give Okuu that, man. That is their distinct feature. I'll give her that. We wear completely different outfits. Lies! Your armpits are shown. You aren't going to have any luck here, Reimu. We enjoyed the Hotsprings and the sake for a bit more before heading out. Okuu had reminded me of an offer that I had gotten before, so I said my farewells to Reimu and Suka and went back with the Hellcrow to chat with Koishi. As I flew along, I thought about today. Reimu had seemed a little different than normal. Perhaps the solitude of the Hakure Shrine had been getting to her. Maybe I should visit her more. Then again, Suka and Yukari would be popping up more now that the winter had passed. Maybe I'll only be bothering her if I showed up too much. I was thinking too much about this. I should just show up like normal, whatever normal is. You're visiting Koishi, that's good. She's nice with her pets, but she can't see their feelings as well as Mr. Tori can. I think Mr. Tori worries about that. Huh? She still seems to be able to read me like a book. Yeah, I don't quite understand that. I think Koishi's very good at guessing what people are thinking. But she doesn't really seem to be all that concerned about. Mr. Tori said that what happens when you close your heart's eye, I don't understand myself. Neither do I. I waved to Okuu as she split off back to her nest, then flew into the cold air that permeated the palace of the Earth Spirit. I began looking around the mansion. I tell you stealing is wrong, but somehow I don't think you'd care. I am glad you came down to see me though. Looks like you wanted me to help you put together what happened last week. Yeah, I suppose I could use a bit of reflection. You have a moment? Sure, this is all kind of fun. Though, are you sure I can't use the chart? Yeah, I can't understand that thing at all. No, use the chart! Use the bloody chart, please! Okay, well, let's start with Reimu. Reimu seems a bit more lonely than normal. Her mind is reaching for close friends. Specifically, she seems to be missing you a lot. She's realized she's grown accustomed to your presence. Really? You should be open with her though. No matter what your feelings are, Reimu's the honest type. For certain definitions of honest. That's true. And while we're on the subject of honesty, let's take a look at Alice. Huh? It seems your connection with Alice can be rated at about 8 points. Out of what? What? Out of how many exactly? See, Marissa was with me on this. Depends on what path you take. Choose. You lost me. Well, I suggest working on being yourself with her. Maybe focusing on your common interest would help. Okay, that made sense. I'm just not sure what to do with it. Well, I can't speak for a magician's thought. I can tell you what you're feeling on some level. Speaking of magicians, I haven't annoyed Pashley too much, have I? Not more than normal. In fact, I think she's warming up to you. You've impressed her recently. I think she's trying to open up a little. I see. Well, if she stops hiding in the back room with a notebook, I'll tell her to talk more. Oh, there you go. And now your mind is racing along another path. Flandre, I assume. You sure you can't read minds? That one's an easy guess. It triggers a very unique blend of fear in your subconscious. She's not an easy read though. Right now she's bored, but I've seen her mind fly off in dangerous directions. You will need to watch your steps. Really? Well, so long as you don't give her something to be riled up about, it should be fine. Well, I shouldn't annoy Flandre. She likes me and I'm not that stupid. Maybe I should help her with her boredom. I'd see how I felt tomorrow. I guess that helped. At least I know where I'm going next. No problem. Do you want to stay for dinner? It's Orin's turn to cook, I think, so it should be an excellent dish. That's strange. I figured a cat wouldn't cook her master's food. That seemed backward somehow. Then another thought struck me. No thanks. I'm not a big fan of cannibalism. Maybe some other night, Koishi. Alright, you're still human. That's okay then. If you do finish becoming a yokai though, you'll have to try it anyway. Come back soon. I left the underground with some mild uneasiness. If I did become a yokai, would people like Sakya offer me human to eat? Even if I was a yokai, that didn't seem quite right. I have to be careful about what people put into my food for a couple of years after I become immortal. Still, I could worry about that then. For now, I need to keep researching, and to do that well, I need some sleep.